Hello, good morning. Well, it's morning now, and I'm very happy that I'm able to film 2 journal with me video this week. So yesterday was Saturday, and I managed to film one. I haven't edited a voiceover yet. And this morning I'm able to film another one, which is a Sunday morning. And today I bring over my cutting mat because after a few videos I felt that the reflection on my kitchen counter is a bit too much. Hopefully with my cutting mat here it'll be better. Now sometimes when I'm thinking I may insert to just save time. Sometimes when I film and the outcome of the video is a bit different. I may felt that it's a bit too dark, but when I upload it to YouTube, it seems fine. So if the lighting is like just okay, and then when I upload it to YouTube, it seems like it's way too bright. So I'm trying to gauge the lighting, but then it depends on the device as well, right? So anywho, this is the insert I'm using currently, my April insert. I didn't do a setup video on this because I was setting it up on a a very efficient manner. So just to let you all see how it goes in my April insert. And then this was the 10th, which I didn't manage to complete when I do my journal with me on this. So now it's completed, and yep, I like how it turned out. And then this was yesterday that I set up last night, and I still need to put some washi tape here and there, but I'm just want to show you this little tag that I do. Oh, it doesn't show up. There's a stem. I think you can barely see it. There we go. I stem a little bit of a floral inside. I think I should have some border or things. Yeah, well, anywho, trial and error. This is a vintage ticket that I created, and I'm very happy how it turned out. This is a bit too big, the number. I should have used this type of number instead. I mentioned this in my journal with me video on this 11th. So like I said, trial and error, but I love how it turns out, and I'm going to do more. You know how crazy I am about vintage tickets. Yep, so this is just a bit of a catch up. Now we are doing the 13th, which is for the Saturday, and now it's Sunday. Anywho, today I have a theme in mind. Surprise, surprise. Normally I do not have anything in mind. I just go with the flow because I received this yesterday from My Paper Projects. She is a wonderful seller. You can check out her things. Love her original items. And I mentioned in my, my journal with me yesterday. I bought her, pre-ordered her alpha stamps, and I can't wait to get them. Now these are anatomy ephemera. Okay, so this is in color and this is in craft paper. I want to use this. I want to incorporate this in my spread. So this week's spread is going to be, today's spread is going to be about anatomy. I have some stamps again from My Paper Projects, and it's human anatomy. So I think it goes well with that paper, that ephemera here. Okay, so I don't know whether it'll turn out good. Really, this is like an experiment. So let's just hope for the best. Let's start. Okay, so I grabbed some package, the papers from the packaging of my purchase item. So I decided to use this one. This is a package for some stickers, and it's awesome because it's from an old book paper. And I'm going to incorporate these pale yellow doilies. So I'm going to see which ephemera goes well with that pale yellow color. Now these colored ephemeras are not sticker. They don't have a sticky back. Unlike the craft one, the those are stickers. So I'm gonna put this in this storage container that I recently bought. Yep, and actually today is the next Sunday from the day I filmed this video. I thought I can do a voiceover on the Monday, the following Monday after I filmed this, but I was caught up with something, and then yeah, a lot of things happened going on for the past week, so I only managed to do the voiceover today, which is 1 week after I filmed this journal with me. I was like, oh my gosh. And yep, anywho, I really hope to have a more smoother week starting tomorrow. Yep, so here I'm just trying to find a better collage way. What am I talking about? Sorry. To put around the ephemeras and the vintage paper to see how to position them nicely. Yep. So sometimes I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put down the things first, then I'll see how it goes. So vintage paper I have to go down first because that's for sure. I can't move. Not that I can't move. I don't want to put anywhere else. And now this doily and this human anatomy ephemera, I'm just can try to see whether I want to put on the top side or the bottom side. Now I just got this glue recently. I want to, okay, I do it off camera because it did take me some time to put the glue down. Now I prefer to use the liquid glue over the glue stick for doilies because they have too many holes. So if I use the glue stick, it comes out from, it seeps out, and then it sort of, won't get dry and it's stuck onto the other page easily. But for the liquid glue, I can just like pat it, and then it will sort of dry off, and it won't be so sticky that it will stuck onto the other page, if you know what I mean. Anywho, I'm using this rib cage, what do you call this? Rubber stamp for my paper project. And the other one would be this skull or the head. And a word of advice, if you are using liquid glue, it's better to wait for it to dry first before you stamp anything on it, because that skull sort of like have this, what do you call this, feather, yep, coming out at the side because the glue is not dry yet. And I'm going to put down this washi from Classic. It's a grayish bluish washi yeah, pattern, so it goes well with any theme. Yeah, actually, so I love this washi very much. It's one of my favorite from Classic. And as you can see, I'm trying to see whether it bleeds through. Luckily it did not. But yeah, it's better to wait for the glue to dry first before you stamp anything on doilies. Anyway, it didn't turn out bad, just that it's a bit wet, and then the stamp, of course I used the VersaFine, and the stamp itself is a bit wet as well. Here, this is this London Gifties washi tape with the yellowish color, so I think it goes well with the doilies. And then I'm gonna put down that it's a human chart, anatomy chart, I think. So like I said, the colored ones are not sticker, so you have to glue them down. Yep, I think it's gorgeous. Next up, for my next thing I have in mind is to sort of print out this human anatomy chart or picture from my Paperang or Paparang, the printer. Yeah, and now only I noticed that there's a hand missing there, an arm missing, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just take something else to put on that side to sort of cover up the missing arm. Yep. And here what happened. Yeah, I'm going to grab my mini calendar in my room. As you know, this is my kitchen counter, so some of the things are in my room, and I just noticed I didn't pause. So I'm very sorry. I ran into my room to get my mini calendar. Yep. And from what I see now, I think it's actually better to have that cutting mat there so that the reflection is not that much, right? I don't know, but when now I see it's okay, but when I don't know how it turns out after I upload it to YouTube. I have to see it then. Yep. And then I went to grab my stamp, the ink pad, my glassine paper. Yep. And of course I think some other craft paper. Let's see. Oh, now I pause because I put some glue on this vintage paper, and yep, it's sort of torn because it's vintage paper, so I just make it like a puzzle and glue it back. And here I stamp this hand or skeleton hand arm onto a glassine paper, and I just put some glue around the paper and not the middle of it, because I don't know, some glassine paper I think is so thin that when you glue everything, you can't actually see the collage effect. Yeah, it sort of blend into the background. Yeah, I don't know whether you guys can hear it. It just started to rain here, but it's been super hot these few days. It's like very hot outside, and yeah, I'm very glad that it rained now. Yeah, it's so it's so, I don't know how to say it, unbearable, but yeah. But yeah, it's raining now, yay. And here I put some of this London Gift, this yellow washi tape on this glassine paper. This is the first time I'm actually doing this human anatomy theme on my journal spread, so I'm actually pretty excited how it's going to turn out. Like I said, this is not the first time, but after a very long time that I have a theme in mind to do. Most of the time I do not have any theme in mind. I just go with the flow. But now that I have it, I really hope that it will turn out good. Yep. So I'm pretty excited to see how the end product or the outcome of this spread. And next up, I'm looking for another anatomy to put on that side, because I felt like it's a bit funny looking with the washi around that glassine paper. I don't know, so I just want to put something there. And I think the ear with some of the hair looks good. The size is just nice, and I wanted to use the craft paper one instead of this colorful one, or the colored paper ephemera. So yeah, the ear it is. So like I said, this craft paper anatomies are sticker paper. And next, of course, is the date. So I'm gonna use my mini calendar, and I went into my room to get that. I'm sorry, I thought I paused, but I didn't. Anywho, I will try to film another journal with me video tonight. It's now like 7 p.m, almost 8, so I can't do it on my kitchen counter in the morning because I was out whole day. And yep, I try to film one tonight. If I'm able to, then I will upload this tonight, so that it's not fixed, but it's my own target to have like one journal with me video a week. So I hope that I won't break that trend. Yep. And yeah, I got my calendar, mini calendar, and I stuck it there near the hand of that human anatomy, the blue color human anatomy ephemera, so that it's as if I purposely stuck it over the arm. Yep. I actually forgot. I thought I paused, so when I came back, I pressed that so-called resume button. This actually paused. That's why you didn't see me stuck that calendar down. So here I'm just distressing the side of my spread. And at first I wanted to use this VersaFine ink pad to distress it. I saw some people using it, but I felt that the color is too dark. So I stopped and I used the distressing method instead. And here, as you can see, I've put too much distressing on. I have no choice but to, to put more distressing around to make everything look more natural. Yep. I actually like how this turned out. It's my foot's anatomy spread, and I'm so happy that it turns out just the way I like it. Yep. So recently I've bought some dilutions stamp. So as you know, if you're into this Ranger or Ranger's products, they have Tim Holtz, there's Dilution, which is Diane Reveley, and they have Dina Wiggles. I hope I pronounced their name correctly. I'm so sorry. So they have all these very talented people creating stamps and products for arts, journalings, and of course vintage style. Yeah, all this sorts. So you would know about the dilutions, and of course dilution style is very different from Tim Holtz. I'm now more of a Tim Holtz style in a vintage thing, but I love dilution stamp. I don't know why. I love weird stamps and on arts and things like that, and colorful things. So I bought some of the stamps, and I did post some Instagram photo of using those stamps, and I think it turns out pretty good. So I may have a different channel just for that type of journaling. Of course, not in my day-to-day journaling. Maybe more like a inspirational quote spread. Yep. Anyhow, I'll see how it goes first if I have the time to do that. But today's spread is done. Voila! So I hope you guys like it. I like it. I think it turns out pretty good. And yep. I think next time I'll be using my Paparang to print out some of this human anatomy and see how it turns out. Until then, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I didn't how to say, I didn't make it too complicated, and yeah, I'm just trying to put out all the things that I use. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoy it. Until then, I will see you guys next week, hopefully. Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Take care.